How did this happen? How did a player who was ranked outside the top 100 just months ago suddenly find herself among the elite? What changed? What did she do differently? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of Philippine tennis? These are the questions that everyone is asking. And in this video, I am going to answer all of them. I am going to break down exactly how Eala achieved this shocking new ranking. I am going to analyze her recent performances, her tournament wins, and her incredible rise through the ranks. I am going to look at what this means for her career going forward. And I am going to tell you why this is just the beginning. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be amazed. Because Eala is not just a rising star. She is a force of nature. And her new WTA ranking is proof that she is here to stay. Let's get into it. Let me start with the numbers. Because the numbers are what have everyone so shocked. Before we reveal the exact ranking, let us look at where Eala was just a few months ago. At the beginning of the 2026 season, Eala was ranked outside the top 100. She was hovering around the 120-130 mark. She was a player with potential, yes, but she had not yet broken through to the top tier of women's tennis. Many experts predicted that it would take her at least another year or two to crack the top 100. Some even doubted she would ever make it. The competition at the top of women's tennis is fierce. The top 100 is packed with experienced players, Grand Slam champions, and former world number ones. But Eala did not listen to the doubters. She did not care about the predictions. She just kept working. Kept improving. Kept winning. And now, the new WTA rankings are out. And Eala's name is sitting at a shocking position. Drumroll please. Eala is now ranked world number 47 in the WTA rankings. Yes, you heard that right. World number 47. A jump of more than 70 places in just a few months. A leap that has taken the tennis world completely by surprise. To put this into perspective, let me give you some context. When the 2026 season started, Eala was ranked 128th. She had just finished the 2025 season with a few decent results but nothing spectacular. She had reached the second round of the Australian Open and the third round of the French Open. She had won a couple of ITF titles. But she was still seen as a player with potential, not a player who was ready to compete with the best. But then something changed. Something clicked. And suddenly, Eala started winning matches that she was not expected to win. She started defeating top 50 players. She started going deeper in tournaments. She started collecting points like never before. And now, she is world number 47. To put this in even more perspective, let me tell you what this means in terms of Philippine tennis history. No Filipino player, male or female, has ever reached this high in the WTA or ATP rankings. Not in the Open era. Not ever. This is a historic achievement. A groundbreaking moment. A moment that will be remembered for generations. So how did she do it? How did she go from a player outside the top 100 to a player inside the top 50 in just a few months? Let me break it down for you. Eala did not just wake up one morning and find herself ranked number 47. She earned it. She fought for it. And she won some incredible matches along the way. Let us look at the tournament runs that changed everything. First, there was the Australian Open. Eala entered the tournament ranked 128th. She had to play qualifying rounds just to get into the main draw. And she did. She won 3 qualifying matches to make the main draw. That alone gave her valuable ranking points. But she did not stop there. In the main draw, she defeated a top 100 player in the first round. Then she defeated a top 80 player in the second round. She reached the third round of a Grand Slam for the first time in her career. That run gave her a massive points boost. But that was just the beginning. Next came the Dubai Tennis Championships, a WTA 1000 event. These are the biggest tournaments outside the Grand Slams. They attract the best players in the world. And Eala qualified for the main draw again. She defeated a top 50 player in the first round. She reached the quarterfinals, her best result in a WTA 1000 event. More points. Then came Indian Wells, another WTA 1000 event. Eala went even further. She reached the semifinals, defeating two top 20 players along the way. Her name was suddenly on everyone's lips. She was no longer just an underdog. She was a contender. After Indian Wells, Eala's ranking had shot up to number 63. She was now officially inside the top 100. But she was not done. She then played the Miami Open, another WTA 1000 event. She reached the quarterfinals again, defeating a top 10 player in the process, the first top 10 win of her career. That win sent shockwaves through the tennis world. People were now starting to realize that Eala was the real deal. But the biggest moment came at the Madrid Open, a WTA 1000 event on clay. Eala reached her first WTA 1000 final. She defeated three top 20 players to get there. She lost in the final, but the points she earned from that run were massive. Suddenly, Eala was on the verge of breaking into the top 50. And then came the French Open. Eala reached the quarterfinals, her best Grand Slam result to date. She defeated a former Grand Slam champion in the fourth round. The victory was emotional, dramatic, and historic. When the French Open was over, Eala's ranking had reached a career high of number 47. And that is where she stands today. Let me give you a quick summary of her points. Australian Open, third round 130 points. Dubai, quarterfinal 215 points. Indian Wells, semifinal 390 points. Miami, quarterfinal 215 points. Madrid, final 650 points. French Open, quarterfinal 430 points. Total points earned in the 2026 season so far, over 2,000 points. That is a massive amount of points in just a few months. And it has propelled her to a ranking that no one predicted. But what is even more impressive is the consistency. Eala did not just have one good tournament. She had a series of good tournaments. She proved that her results were not a fluke. She proved that she belongs at the top of the sport. And that is what makes this ranking so shocking. It is not just the number. It is the journey that got her there. Now that Eala is ranked world number 47, the expectations will change. The pressure will increase. And her life on and off the court will never be the same. Let us talk about what this ranking means for her career going forward. First, there is the obvious benefit: direct entry into all Grand Slam tournaments. Eala will no longer have to play qualifying rounds. She will automatically be seeded at some tournaments. She will get better draws, better scheduling, and better treatment. Second, there is the financial benefit. As a top 50 player, Eala will earn more prize money. She will get appearance fees at some tournaments. She will attract better sponsorship deals. Companies will want to associate themselves with her. She will become a brand. Third, there is the pressure. Being a top 50 player means that everyone will be targeting you. Every opponent will want to beat you. Every match will be a battle. The expectations from fans, media, and sponsors will be higher than ever. Eala will also face tougher opponents more consistently. She will no longer be able to fly under the radar. She will have to prove herself week after week. And then there is the mental challenge. Can Eala handle the pressure of being a top 50 player? Can she handle the expectations? Can she keep improving? These are questions that only time will answer. But based on what we have seen from her so far, I am optimistic. Eala has shown incredible mental strength throughout her career. She has faced adversity and overcome it. She has faced doubters and silenced them. She has faced pressure and thrived under it. There is no reason to believe that she will not continue to do the same at the top 50 level. However, there is also a danger. Many players have reached the top 50 and then stagnated. Some have even dropped back down. The competition at the top is relentless. You cannot afford to take your foot off the gas. Eala will need to continue working hard. She will need to continue improving. She will need to add new weapons to her game. She will need to stay physically fit and mentally sharp. But if there is one thing we have learned about Eala, it is that she is not afraid of hard work. She is not afraid of challenges. She is not afraid of pressure. And that is why I believe she will not just stay at number 47, she will go even higher. When the new WTA rankings were released, the tennis world reacted with shock, admiration, and excitement. Let us look at some of the reactions. First, let us talk about the players. Many of Eala's fellow players took to social media to congratulate her. Some of the biggest names in tennis sent messages of support. Iga Swiatek, the world number 1, posted a story congratulating Eala on her achievement. She wrote, "Amazing work, Alex. You deserve this. Keep going." Coco Gauff, the former US Open champion, also shared her support. She tweeted, "I have been watching Eala for years. I always knew she had it. Number 47 is just the beginning." Renata Zarazua, the player who recently chose Eala as her dream Wimbledon partner, posted, "I told you all. She is special. I am so proud of her." Mexico Red Heart Philippines. These messages show the respect that Eala has earned from her peers. She is no longer just a player to watch. She is a player to be feared. Now, let us talk about the experts. Tennis commentators and analysts have been blown away by Eala's rise. Rennie Stubbs, the former doubles champion and now commentator, said, "I have been watching tennis for 30 years. I have seen a lot of players come and go. But Eala is different. She has something special. I am not surprised by her ranking. I am only surprised that it did not happen sooner." Patrick McEnroe, the former US Davis Cup captain, said, "What Eala has done is remarkable. She has shown incredible growth. Her game has improved so much. Her mental strength is elite. She is a player to watch for the next 10 years. And then there are the fans. Oh, the fans. Social media has been flooded with messages of support from Filipino fans and tennis fans around the world. The hashtag Eala47 has been trending. Fans have been celebrating this historic achievement. One fan wrote, "I am crying. This is the proudest moment of my life as a Filipino tennis fan. Eala is a hero." Another fan wrote, "From number 128 to number 47 in 6 months. Absolutely incredible. She is just getting started." And that is the beauty of this story. It is not just about the number. It is about what the number represents. It represents hope. It represents hard work. It represents the dream of a young girl from the Philippines who refused to give up. And that is why people are so emotional about this. It is not just a ranking. It is a statement. So now that Eala is world number 47, what comes next? The immediate future is exciting. The grass court season is approaching. Wimbledon is just around the corner. Eala will be seated at Wimbledon for the first time in her career. She will get a favorable draw. She will have a real chance to make a deep run. And remember, Renata Zarazua has already said she wants to partner with Eala in doubles. A seeded singles player plus a dream doubles partnership. This could be the most exciting Wimbledon for Filipino fans in history. But beyond Wimbledon, there is the Olympic Games. Eala will almost certainly qualify for the 2028 Olympics. She could represent the Philippines in Paris. That would be a historic moment. And then there is the long-term vision. Where can Eala go from here? I believe she can reach the top 20. I believe she can win a Grand Slam. I believe she can become the greatest Filipino tennis player of all time. She has the talent. She has the work ethic. She has the mental strength. And now she has the ranking to prove it. But she will need to keep evolving. She will need to continue working on her serve. She will need to get stronger physically. She will need to develop more variety in her game. She will need to stay humble and stay hungry. If she does all of that, there is no limit to what she can achieve. And here is the thing, she is only 21 years old. She has not even reached her peak yet. Most tennis players peak in their mid to late 20s.